Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Kelita Sahliah if you are new. If you are not, then welcome. On my channel, in this segment, we use the visible sky, basically astronomy. It is different to astrology, mainstream astrology, tropical, but we use the visible sky astronomy in relation to the crypto market. So we combine it with technical analysis as well to kind of see the direction in which the market is choosing to go in that time. So we're starting off in March. This calendar is in alignment with the visible sky if you are interested in it, but it is the old copy so it does look slightly different in the new copy. It's because I've started it from April to March. So these last 3 months are kind of like the old one, but because we are in this week right here, I thought I'd still be using this calendar. So at the end I'll probably show you the updated version, but what I want to pay attention to is this Mars in Gemini. So as I says, we are based on the visible sky, so definitely download a star app so you can see for yourself that Mars is entering Gemini today. It is today, the 26th of March. So what this is really telling me is that I'm expecting or anticipating quite a lot of movement in the market from this point on, whilst Mars is in Gemini, and it stays in Gemini for 2 months, and it comes out in May 2023. As you can see, enters Cancer on the 17th of May. So what this is really telling me, Gemini is it's fueled by Mercury. It is that air element, so it's kind of like ether, etheric. It is that air element fueled by Mercury. Mercury is the messenger. It is the messenger of the gods. It dances around the sun, bringing bringing messages back and forth to and from the sun, basically from the god. Because it represents this messenger, it does kind of fuel our thoughts, what we're thinking, our communication style, and how we exchange our energy. Okay, so this does cover money too. So in mythology, Mercury was the messenger. Is literally based around the messenger. So what I'm seeing is there's going to be a lot of communication and exchange of energy within the financial markets, within crypto specifically. So, and with this Mars being there too, I'm seeing this fiery element, the Mars representing our drive and our passion. I'm seeing quite a lot of activity within the crypto market. Oh dear, what's happened? In between these 2 months until it comes out into Cancer. So I'm anticipating quite a lot of volatility, to be honest. Quite a lot of volatility from this point on, and I feel this Leo full moon anyway already shown us, and I'll show you on the charts as we move into the charts afterwards. This Leo full moon illuminated the way in which it was gonna go, the market. Okay, so now that the moon has illuminated it confidently, heart on its chest like a Leo, Mars is in the sign of the messenger, and so drive and passion will be just moving communications. So of course this is focused on crypto, but I am seeing communications in every area of life. You may be even more active over these next 2 months, kind of getting, how can I put it, getting things done so you can enjoy the summer. Best way to kind of put it. So I am seeing a lot of volatility in the markets. So how can I get to this market now? It's on the internet. Where's the internet? I have so much stuff. Yeah, okay. So looking in at the markets, this is TradingView that I'm using, and this is Bitcoin. So I kind of drew this before, but let's just get rid of these. I drew this on my phone, so it's like not the most best representation. How can I clear the chart? Reset chart. Oh no, that's the view. Please forgive me, I'm not the expert. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just getting used to doing it on my phone. Reset chart. Remove drawings. That's it. Remove drawings, because I just want it fresh. So we're going to see what is going on. We're going to move now to the weekly. Okay, let's push this over because we just don't need that so high. Let's still take a look at it though. Let's still take a look. So moving on to the weekly now. Oh, Bitcoin's chart. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. So this is the 200 moving average, and I believe this is the 55 moving average. Because that's crossed on the weekly, this is telling me it's not really like a bull run. There's going to be volatility in the market. I'm seeing it going higher based on it just needs a relief. But because I'm literally seeing this cross right here, this is telling me don't get too trigger happy, because this is not it. This is not it. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. Basically, for those who don't know, because that's crossed over it, they are going to cross essentially when the white is underneath it. Price is obviously high, it's fluctuating, but when it crosses over, there needs to be a downward momentum. So that will come, and I'm seeing price is just going to go up, and then because it's already crossed, it will just get pulled back down until they cross over again, which may be like round about here somewhere. Like the end of the year, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's put in our trend lines. Yes, the trend line. That's not the trend line. Horizontal line. So just seeing what price is going to do. I prefer to use the chart line just to see. So obviously we can see quite a strong resistance there. I'm going to put on another one. I'm seeing there as price broke through, it hit it, done all it needed to do, and then bounced off it there. So there's some resistance happening here. When we go down to the daily, we'll see a bit more. Let's put on one more near the top, because I'm seeing resistance here too, because it definitely hit something and then had to break through it, hit it again, got caught there, and then this cluster. So something's definitely happening there. We'll change it from the line sticking a bit. Let's go down to the daily now. If you're an amateur trader like me, you're amateur at the charts, then you might like me. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of happy with them. I'm happy with them zones. This is clearly some form of level as well, which I'm seeing Bitcoin needing to break through. Seeing it needing to break through that. So these essentially are the next levels. As you can see, though, on the weekly it had crossed in the opposite direction, so of course the long-term scale, like it's crossed, it's going down ultimately, but this is a relief, because as you can see on the daily, it's crossed in the opposite direction. The 200 moving average is now underneath it, and look how beautifully it bounced off this 200 moving average and then just went back up, and then it's kind of following the support of the 55 moving average as well. So I am kind of seeing this slowly just soup up, and Bitcoin making its way up. And you know, because there is a cluster here, this is what I'm seeing. Like, price may not even drop back down to this level. It really could come and retest it, but I don't think it will. Maybe a little bit, we'll see. But it's like, because I'm seeing this cluster here, I'm seeing a reverse happening potentially. But once it breaks through here, once it breaks through this zone of resistance, its next level is literally here, 37 to 40 Bitcoin. And then of course after that we've got this line, haven't we? After that we've got this cluster. Let's put on a square instead. There's just a lot happening here. There's a lot happening. So price got rejected off this point, almost come down to it. It's been hovering around it, broke under it, but bounced off it, then it used it as resistance, then it's resistance again after the support. So I'm literally seeing there's just a lot happening here. So price, I don't see why it won't gravitate towards it, like in terms of its next level up. Obviously people, this is not financial advice. We are literally just having fun with the possibility of the crypto market moving, of astrology impacting the crypto market. We're just analyzing this stuff. So I wanted to show you in April, moving into April, we have a Virgo full moon. Okay, so I am taking note of this, and on the 5th of April is Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing I want to mark the 6th of April. I don't like that color. I'm marking the 6th of April here because full moon energy, usually the bottom is already found and it can go up once the bottom is found. So you usually long the full moons, and because in this zodiac story, like I said, we had this Leo full moon which illuminated the way. I'll show you more on that on XRP. What's happening? Where are we? I don't know what's gone on. I'm over the other side. There we go. This Leo full moon, let's take a look. It was on the 7th of March. So let's just see. Yeah, look at this. So let's just put another one of these in. What is literally missing the 7th? Okay, let's just put it in on the 6th. So as you can see, the bottom was found, and look what it did. Look what it did. Leo shown the way. Leo shown the way. So what I'm kind of seeing, let's drop down to the 4-hour. What I'm kind of seeing, because Leo shown the way from here, basically it made sure it's found its bottom, and then within this full moon energy, because it lasts 5 days out, 5 days before, 5 days after, that's the energy of the moon. So for the new moon, no moon and full moon, so it's like Leo shown the way in which to go. So when this Virgo new moon, full moon comes about now, Virgo being the maiden is ready to decide, and it's ready to go. Once it knows, when it doesn't know, it doesn't move that much, but when it knows, because Leo illuminated the way, I'm anticipating price to move confidently in the decision and the direction it's chosen to go in after illuminating the way, which Leo done. Okay, so I want to show you the XRP as well, and then we're going to just get into the DXY, and I'll explain why it's good to look at the DXY. So it's very, very, very messy. Let me just clear all of this. Let's clear it. I do just use the line drawing because it's so much more simpler for me to see. It's just a bit clearer for me. So let's just do that. So we're going to put on some, go on the weekly to find even more. Oh gosh, it's so squeeze up. Oh, it's like it's better to navigate this on the phone, you know, than a laptop. But anyway, we're learning, we're growing. So putting in some trend lines now. Where is it? Horizontal line. So obviously we're round about here. There's definitely an area there dating back all the way in 2018. This zone is quite strong. What's that? 36. 36. So obviously I'm seeing movement around there. The next one, there is a cluster because look, it broke through and it traded around there, and as well as here and here, so, and peaked again here. So that's definitely a zone. That's definitely a zone. Okay, and then up here, right, so what price is that at? 60 cents. So I'm definitely seeing that that's the next place to go. And of course this 200 moving average, I don't know what it's doing, but it's already crossed to go under here. So again, we can kind of see that it's definitely not going to be continuing its upward momentum. Okay, not in the long run. In the longer run, yes, but in the short term longer run, no. So if it's like, basically me saying that, it's like, okay, if you're seeing a jump happen, which the astrology is matching up to be, just don't get too trigger happy, because on the longer term scale, it's showing it's not finished the downward momentum. Okay, so onto this daily now. I'm seeing this next resistance, and obviously if you can see here, it's sat on some resistance right now on the daily. So when you go down in size, you can see a little bit more. So this is why it's stuck. It's been really hovering at this point. It got over it, but it is stuck. Look at this trend line. Let me draw this trend line in, which I noticed. So coming from here, going down. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna zoom in now on the 4-hour one, because why not? So going back now to this 7th of March, that Leo full moon. So let's just put that in again, this vertical line on the 7th of March, sorry, right here. As you can see, it found its new bottom, which was here. Can you see that? Just there. Found its new bottom at 37. And then Leo illuminated the way. But why is this one more important? Because as you can see, price rejected off this trend line once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, a lot of rejections off this trend line. Excuse me. A lot of rejections, but on this Leo full moon, like I says, the lion confidently illuminated the way. Price broke through this trend line. Okay, so that was telling me a lot of the direction it's ready to go in. Okay, so and of course it illuminated that way, fell through it because it just has to. Price needs to build up trading volume. It then kind of went over it again, but then come down and then finally broke through, back tested it twice. Once here it come up and then again, and then it just went, woo, this is where I am now. So I'm seeing these 200 moving averages just moving like this, and the 555, sorry, just kind of going up. Possibly when this 55 comes about and catches up on the 6th of April, that's the Virgo full moon, isn't it? Yeah. So by the time this probably catches up to about here, getting close into actually the 1st of April, that's probably when price is just going to be coiling up, and then getting ready to find its bottom. Even if it dips down a bit, probably even drops down to here quickly and wicks down and then goes up. So that's what I'm seeing there essentially with XRP, and this whole Mars energy. And that's what I'm saying, because I'm seeing Mars in Gemini, it's going to be moving quite a bit before it wants to go back in its shell, basically, when it moves into Cancer. So as I says, this is astrology of the sky. Oh, and it's upward targets. As you can see, it does need to of course break through this range, being this 54 cents essentially. But then after that, I'm seeing, let's just go back to the daily. Oops. So let's add another line. So obviously we can see that this is also an area it has to get through, this 54 cents range. And then the next one is this 60 cents range that I'm seeing. And then it's like during April, I'm seeing it reaching its next level. Okay, not April, May, sorry. Before it finds its blow off top and then continues back to the downside, because there is going on, that's one trend line. But we must also remember that it has this massive trend line. It's a kind of oh, where's it gone? No, this isn't the trend line, forgive me. Delete that. It's not the trend line. The trend line goes bigger. There's like a really big trend line that this near, yeah, we go. It's got to break off it. It's got to break through this. Okay, this is the massive trend line. So as you can see, this is like on a larger scale. I've noticed XRP hits in threes. So it hit here back in when it reached its all-time high, 1. It attempted again, 2. It needs to hit this third one. So around about 80 cents, probably wicking to $1, hitting it that third time before getting rejected. And then it needs to finally break through it after it's been hit 3 times, because things happen in 3, strangely enough. So just moving on to the DXY now, because I do think it's good to take a look at the DXY. So the DXY is basically what the dollar is doing, and pairs often just move opposite to it, opposite to the dollar, of course. So let's just take a look. Clearly it's on some support right now. It's sat on some support, so it's like if it breaks through that, if like gold and everything's going up. The next level, okay, more conservative, we've got something there, and then we've got this range, and then above it, obviously not much has happened, but clearly there's something here because price broke through, rejected, and then it retested here. Okay, so there's something going on there. Let's take a look at the daily quickly before we start wrapping this up. Okay, yeah, as you can see, it's bounced off it, and again here, caught into this resistance now that was support, resistance there, and now it's in this trading cluster. It's here, so it's like this has already crossed as well, so I'm seeing it's ready for its downward momentum when the 200 moving average is above it. So as you can see here, it's crossed here, price stayed underneath it, as well as the 55 moving average, but when it crossed at the bottom, it stayed above the 200 and the 55 moving average. So because it's crossed, I am seeing the dollar having its little break. It's not for long, it's not for long. So this is why this adds to me in terms of crypto, heading on to the upward side momentarily, along with all of this Mars energy. Yeah, along with this Mars energy for the next couple of months. So I'm seeing it, of course, just dropping down to these levels, these cluster levels. There's another one here, as you can see. We're putting this line, there is another level here, because price traded there, it rejected off it here too, and then of course it's a beautiful level right here, which is so clear as day. So I'm seeing it just trading between these levels essentially. Yeah, so that is it with this whole Mars energy coming in hot this week. You know, we have started spring, so the heat is turning up, but this is what I see based on astronomy, based on the visible sky, our sky. So if you are interested in getting this calendar, feel free to grab it. It is available on Etsy. Like I said, could I show you? No, I've closed it down, haven't I? My screen is so messy. It's so messy behind here. But anyway, on my next video, I'll definitely show you the updated version. And I won't actually be putting these on my YouTube as much. I'm working on putting this on Patreon. So if you are interested in this type of style of analysis in terms of astronomy and the crypto market, then be sure to check that out. And yeah, let's just observe. So thank you for your time. Thank you for clicking on this video. Grab your calendars if you're interested. Look up at the sky, most importantly. And I hope you have an amazing week. Angel out. Bye.